मुसहब, हेलो, आपको आवाज आ रही है मुसहब साहब?
जी 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 आ रही है।
चलें हम इसको लाइव स्टार्ट
शुरू करें सर?
जी सर, शुरू करें।
ओके, so Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to all the young learners that we are talking to. We are a group of individuals from GIK Institute. We are a part of the outreach team of GIK Institute, and today via this brief presentation, we want to give you a glimpse of what type of programs do we offer here, and what type of life the students who reside here they experience. So ये पहली slide में you can see it's an aerial view of GIK. You can see that we are lucky enough to live in this lush green setting. In the backdrop you can see Tarbela Dam and the mountains, and these are the faculty buildings that you can see here. And right now we are talking from one of the faculty buildings here. So if you get to come to GIK Institute, you will be experiencing this atmosphere, and which many of the students they cherish once they graduate. So if I move to, so this is the outline for the talk today, and we're going to start with the introductions. And my name is Dr. Asad Mahmood. I'm from the Faculty of Engineering Sciences, and with me is Engineer Sip. He's a lecturer in the same faculty. And then we have Mr. Waqas from the admissions office, who can offer some of your queries related to the admission process. And then we also have Engineer Mohsen, who you probably cannot see in the camera, but he is also here facilitating this particular talk. So as you can see from the outline of the talk, first we're going to give you a brief introduction about the different faculties at GIK and the different programs which are offered here. And then Sibtul Hassan is going to talk about the life on campus as experienced by the students. And then Waqas Saab is going to talk about the admission policies and process. And then lastly, we're going to conduct the Q&A session. So you can write your questions, and we can at the end of the session we can answer them. I don't know if you have the facility to have them on the chat.
We have the facility on the chat.
Okay, so if you can also pose your questions during the talk on the chat as well, we can take those questions and then we can answer them all together at the end. So in terms of our origin, we got founded in 1993, and you can see a lot of eminent scientists and personalities, both nationally and internationally, they were involved in the creation of GIK. And many of you, would have heard its name because of simply the impact that, we have been able to make both nationally and internationally. So, professors from Stanford University, Cambridge, TU Delft, all of these are very eminent universities all around the world, including, Professor Dr. A.Q. Khan as well, who are all involved in the, creation of the institute. And in terms of our location, we are just near Tarbela Dam. Many of you would have heard about it, and some of you may have visited it as well. And as they say, that Tarbela Dam is an engineering marvel. So that is what we are also trying to do, is to create such minds and such engineers who can create more such marvels for the country and the world. So these are the 7 different faculties and departments at GIK, and we have faculty of computer science and engineering offering different programs, and then we have a department of civil engineering, and then a faculty of electronics, and we have a faculty of engineering sciences, which is a very unique faculty, and I'm going to talk about it that we are the only one in Pakistan offering this unique program. And then recently, for the past few years, we've been offering degree programs in management sciences as well, and then materials and chemical engineering, and then mechanical engineering has also been around for some time now. So I'll start with the Faculty of Computer Science and Engineering. In the backdrop, you can see the building for the Faculty of Computer Science and Engineering. It's one of the oldest faculties at GIK, and it offers different programs. Most of you KIPSians, I think they would be interested in the BS or the undergraduate degree. But along with the undergraduate degree, we also offer postgraduate degrees in master's and PhD in computer science as well. And on almost all of our degrees are accredited by the national councils. So in this case, NSEEC is the accreditation body of Pakistan, which has accredited these programs. And so if you are interested to pursue a career in programming or, for example, the theoretical understanding of computers, then you would want to enroll in this program. And if you're more hardware oriented, and if you want to, go into chip design or exploring the, making of the computer, then you want to enroll into the program of computer engineering, which is also accredited by its corresponding body, which is the Pakistan Engineering Council. And then recently, there's a lot of buzz about artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning. So, we offer programs in AI as well. And this program is getting a lot of popularity, and you have the option to enroll in this program as well. And then there's a program recently launched in cybersecurity, which is an emerging area in computer science. So if you're more into hacking and how to stop hacking, then you would want to enroll in this program. And then we also have a program in data science, as you know that big data and data analytics is getting a lot of traction these days, internationally and nationally as well. So there is a program related to that as well, which you can go into. So the Faculty of Computer Science and Engineering, in order to offer all these programs with full richness, it is equipped with modern labs and state-of-the-art equipment. From robotics lab to AI lab, we have perhaps some of the modern infrastructure related to all of these programs. And as part of the student community, you will be able to benefit from these labs. Not only in your courses, but also for your projects. And I would also like to highlight one thing here that, we are a residential campus, which gives you a unique edge that sometimes we also allow round-the-clock access to these labs, which means you can even access them at night. And you can really focus on your projects and create some of the students have been able to create, some amazing things simply because of the time they are able to dedicate to their work or to their projects using these labs around the clock, which may not be possible in a day, if you're a day scholar in a particular university. So for the past few years, we have been offering programs in civil engineering as well via this Department of Civil Engineering. And this program is also accredited by Pakistan Engineering Council. It offers specializations in geotech and transportation, water resource and environment, and construction management, and similarly, earthquake and structures. So if you're really into building bridges and buildings, and for example, recently there was a lot of talk when the earthquake came in Turkey, and a lot of buildings collapsed simply because the structure was not able to cater for that. And if you want to design such modern architectures and buildings, then you would want to enroll in this program. And this department is also equipped with labs and modern equipment and It has all the requisite facilities to offer all of these programs with full richness. And its graduates, although it's a relatively young program, but its graduates, have been doing very well. You can see, so, some of them have gone into, big names or big companies like Angro and Reckitt, or other construction companies, and they are making a name for themselves in the market. And this is just a word cloud showing the different companies that are graduates. So this is created from the actual data of our graduates working in different companies nationally and internationally. So names like Nespark, Town, Emar. They have been working in Habib Construction, all the major names of construction nationally. And if you'll graduate from this department, you'll work, you'll end up working as one of these titles or one of these designations, for example, either as a materials engineer or a geotechnical engineer or a structural engineer or a quantity surveyor. And you may want to explore these career options because I know that students are confused at this time, where to go and where not to go. Again, one of the oldest faculties at GIK, electrical engineering. It offers 2 specializations. So again, if you're more into the circuit design, then you would want to go into electronics or the creation of electronic devices. Or if you're more into energy and how to create energy or power and how to store energy, how to transport energy, then you would want to enroll into the specialization of power. Recently, we got a good news that the Faculty of Electrical Engineering was ranked in one of the prestigious rankings, global rankings, which is the QS World Rankings, and it was ranked between 500 and onwards, 500 to 600, I believe, universities around the globe, which is really an achievement because very few universities from Pakistan were able to make this mark. So all the labs which are present in the Faculty of Electrical Engineering, from telecoms lab to automation and process control lab, and all of this lab work is going to help you in your job afterwards or the internship, because we have all the required equipment for you to get your hands dirty on. So some of the graduates from the Faculty of Electrical Engineering, these are really only some examples, but most of our graduates do very well. So just one of the alumnus, Varda. So she has been very popular, and she was a topper here at GIK, and then she ended up going to MIT. She secured a full GPA there as well, the maximum possible. And now she has founded a company, and she has secured funding to in the Silicon Valley to create something in the area of dentistry. So this is the faculty to which I belong to. This is the Faculty of Engineering Sciences. In the backdrop, you can see its building, and we offer a BS in Engineering Sciences along with the graduate programs, and these are accredited by Pakistan Engineering Council as well. Now, this is a very unique program, as I said in the introduction as well. We are the only one in Pakistan offering this program. And some of the leading universities worldwide, like Oxford, Berkeley, they offer this program as well. One of the very nice features of this program, especially for all of the young learners who would be listening today to this talk, is that many of you at this point, at this juncture, may be confused in the sense that you're not really sure you want to go to the software side of the things, or you want to go towards the hardware side of the things. So, this program lets you experience different types of courses for the first 2 years of your engineering degree. And only after the end of 2 years, you have to decide whether you want to, go towards, what type of specialization, or, for example, whether you want to go towards the software side of the things or the hardware side of the things. So, we offer two specialization, and you have to only choose at the end of 2 years of your 4-year degree program, whether you want to, create devices. And so, for example, you want to go into the area of microelectronics and photonics, where you'll be reading more about circuit design and how to create devices and, how you make them. Or you want to, for example, go towards the design modeling of the brain of the devices. So, for example, mostly the brain of the devices is based on AI and machine learning. So, this other specialization allows you to do all the corresponding mathematical modeling, the corresponding simulation to design the brain of the devices. So, this is what we offer. And our graduates have done very well as well. Just one of the examples, Umar Peracha, who studied photonics at Faculty of Engineering Sciences, and then this helped him to pursue the area of photonics in US afterwards. He graduated from University of California, and then he ended up working as a LiDAR engineer. So some of you might know that these self-driving cars, they use LiDAR as a technology to decide their path or their trajectory. And, it's one of the cutting edge fields for nowadays. And, the education at GIK, really gave him the foundation to pursue his dream. Again, Bilal, a graduate of FES working in clinical imaging. So he's trying to interpret images from use of AI technology, and he's leading a team of engineers in US. So our graduates also working in different companies, both nationally and internationally, many multinationals as well. And you can see that they either end up work as hardware engineers, like RF engineer, optical engineer, or they work more towards the software side, like software engineer or data analyst. So both the options are available. So although classically, GIK was known more for engineering programs, but for the past few years, we have been offering degrees in management science as well, and they have recently gained a lot of traction. So we see a lot of applicants applying to management science programs as well. And so if you're more interested in management science degrees, for example, if you want to go into accounting, finance, or entrepreneurship, or marketing, or supply chain, then you can enroll into this program. And this is also an accredited program. So its graduates also do well, and they end up doing well in the market. And although it's a relatively recent program, but they have made a mark in different companies nationally. Faculty of Materials and Chemical Engineering. This is again one of the, especially materials engineering, one of the oldest programs offered at GIK. In fact, the founding father of GIK, Dr. A.Q. Khan, belonged to this area, and he gave special focus to this particular faculty. And some of you might know materials are playing more and more important role nowadays. Whether it's an electrical device, or whether it's our textile, or whether it's our anything, new type of materials are appearing, and its importance is getting increased day by day. So if you're more interested in exploring more of that, you want to enroll in this particular program. And then it also has a department in chemical engineering, which offers undergraduate and postgraduate program in chemical engineering. All the factories, all the plants in Pakistan, they need chemical engineers as they have different processes. And if you are interested in that, you can enroll in this particular program. So it also boasts some of modern labs and state-of-the-art equipment, and some of them do not come cheap, and very few universities in Pakistan have can afford these. For example, the scanning electron microscope, it's one of the very expensive equipment that this particular faculty holds, and being part of this faculty, you will be able to use this for your projects and during your courses as well. So again, profile of some of the graduates of this faculty, they've done well. You can see names of some well-known companies like Procter and Gamble, like Rolls-Royce, like Amazon, like Johnson and Johnson, and they're doing well both nationally and internationally. And again, this is a word cloud, being which was created from the data of actual alumni working in different companies. So probably the last in my list, the Faculty of Mechanical Engineering, and it's one of the popular faculties at GIK. And as part of this faculty, you can get to specialize in the 3 streams, whether in design or manufacturing, or in thermal fluid engineering, or in the dynamics and control systems engineering. So just to give you an example, so for example, if you make an aircraft, if you're more interested in the structure of the aircraft, its wings, its nozzles, and then how to optimize that structure, then you'd want to specialize in design and manufacturing. If you want to model how it can pass through the air and how you can model that, then for example, you'd want to do the thermal fluid engineering. And if you'd want to make the control system of the aircraft, how it can be controlled in the best possible manner, then you'd want to specialize in the control system engineering. And again, one of the recent good news related to this faculty, that this was ranked globally. Again, very few universities, one of the top 3 universities in Pakistan, or one of the top 3 programs in mechanical in Pakistan, which made to the QS top 500. So again, nice labs that you can see different students making use of these labs, and the profile of some of the graduates from this faculty. So whether Unilever's or Audi or Nestle or PepsiCo or Land Rover, our students have been able to make a mark for themselves, both nationally and internationally. So this also shows the geolocation of the graduates of mechanical engineering, and you can see, almost all of Europe, North America, Australia, as well as locally, nationally as well. They are contributing in the area of mechanical engineering. So for the next part of the presentation, what type of life you're going to experience at GIK, I'm going to invite our lecturer, engineer Sid, who's going to come and deliver you a talk on that. So thank you from my side, and I'll be happy to answer any questions at the end of the presentation.
Assalamu alaikum. I hope all been good. My name is Sayyid Siftar Hassan Shirazi. I'm a lecturer at the moment, and used to be the student from the same faculty I'm sitting at the moment, from the Faculty of Engineering Sciences. If anyone wants to contact me, these are the details. So coming to the GIKI is one of the things that makes a person a bit unique to as compared to other universities, because I feel that if you are a big person who wants to enjoy your life or have some ambitions out of academics, then GIK is best fit for you. Because as it shows in the picture, if you see that the first picture, that's of Team Hammerhead, another a cultural society, another one a swimming pool, and a different society. So basically, GIK is not related to dynamics. It adds something more to it. And the more to it, it means that we have 30 plus societies. And there are the technical societies, there are cultural societies. You've been finding a quite diversity in GIK, which is not present in other universities. And the prime reason of it is this: GIK is completely a residential campus. While the residential campus students have the quizzes even at after 6 or 7, so that's why they find an ample time for enjoying their life. For example, if you're studying anywhere else in Pakistan, mostly the students are they going the half the university till 2, 3, 4, and after that they have to go back to the home. So in another way around, JIK provides you the environment to interact with your friends, um, different faculty, even at the later hours. So it makes the GIK a bit different as compared to other universities. This is a bit video related to the GIK. As you have seen in the video, that there are some societies and there are a lot of facilities in GIKI, like you will find in gym, a very good gym, you have a very, very good library, there's the different clubs, cricket grounds, each and everything, very good residents. You don't feel, as compared to other universities, as I told you, the one selling point or the unique thing which makes GIK a bit different as compared to other universities, which I think so it's a fully residential campus. And some people, I used to go to the different outreach visits, and people do ask from me that being an alumni of this university, what things make GIK a bit different? Yes, academics can be found everywhere, but what my answer is always that GIK has a fully residential campus and provides you an ample opportunity to interact with the students and not with inside the students. Every weekend, we have a all park event from 30 plus societies, and students from different universities, even not from the university, schools are coming to the GIKI and interacting with other students, participating in different competitions. It's not only the competition, debates, each and everything, starting from the academic societies till a cultural, dramatic, and studies, all that's related to all things. Now, this is a few glimpses of teams and the society. This is a one team that's related to working on Microsoft thing from the computer science. You will find another few teams. This is from conferences, from the latest conferences that's related to computing. One society, ACM, has organized that, and GIKI has got a very good position in that. Similarly, this is one team that's related to Team Swiss that are working on drones and other things. Similarly, there is another team that is Team Foxtrot from GIKI, as well as participating in international many things. So it's not only this team, our team Hammerhand has been participating in Shell Marathon from last 10 to 15 years. So many such teams are working there. Similarly, this is another snap forum, a team where these girls have formed this bronze from the team Swiss. So as I told you that GIK provides an ample opportunity for students to work together even after 5 p.m. That's a very fascinating perspective of GIK. Now this is the one project. I just want to relate it to a few projects. Basically, this was my project at my time when I was been graduating back in 2018. So just have an idea of what kind of a project. as I told you, that Dr. Asad has already explained this thing. The GIK is surrounded by a Tarbela Dam, and it has very beautiful ambience outside the campus even. I went to a Tarbela Dam, and let's have the video that what is actually the GIK from outside. Not only this, we have many fascinating restaurants outside the GIKI where students can go on the weekend, even if they want to travel from by rickshaw or something, they can visit to different restaurants just few meters. Now I want to share a few experience of our students. And let me add one thing before the student experience. The GIK provides a transport facilities to every student on the weekend. For example, if you live in Islamabad, Ahmedabad, or the Peshawar, and you want to go back to the home, then the GIK have a shuttle and the bus service on every Friday that take the students from GIKI to these cities. And then on the Sunday, these students can come back to the campus via that institute transport. So let's have the.
Assalamu alaikum, I'm Manur Atif here. I'm currently in my final year of engineering sciences, majoring in modeling and simulation from the Ghulam Isaac Khan Institute of Engineering Sciences and Technology. I was in Youth International School's Richmond campus from the class of 2019. Many great memories have been associated with this place, and it's great to be virtually here once again. I've been given this platform to show you all what GIKI offers. From bus service facilities to major cities on the weekend to incredible sporting facilities, in simple terms, it's one of the best engineering institutes in the country, ranked on various international platforms. GIKI is not only known for its academics, but also the life of a GIKian. From over 60 student societies and teams, you can never get enough of socializing and exploring yourself and different avenues at every step of the way. From weekly events to daily society and team activities, you never get bored here. But be wary of the academic side too. You need to have wits about it at all times. If you want to go on international trips to US and represent your country, like I and my fellows in Team Swift, then come join us. We at GIK will be waiting for you. Thank you for your time and all the best for your future endeavors.
Similarly, we have one more guy. Okay.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Mohammad Abshras and I am an alumni of Roots International School's Wellington campus. Currently, I am a student of computer engineering at Ghulam Isaac Khan Institute of Engineering Sciences and Technology. I am a sophomore student there. Choosing GIKI was one of the amazing decisions that I've done. No regrets. It's an excellent institute. Personally, I found that its environment is quite conducive for innovation and academic excellence, and it provides numerous opportunities for personal and professional growth, especially if you want to pursue engineering. It has one of the most vibrant student society cultures that I've ever seen in Pakistan, and I can attest to that being part of more than 4 societies here. Societies here conduct various social events such as concerts, tech-related events like hackathons, seminars, workshops, stage performances, games, futsal, basketball, etc. Again, amazing experience, and I highly recommend GIKI for anyone who is pursuing a career in engineering. The institute provides an excellent education and a supporting environment, and numerous opportunities for personal and professional growth. Recently, we were ranked, I think so, first in Pakistan, 37 globally in Times Higher Impact Rankings, quality educations. So, I think so, compared to other institutes, other prestigious institutes here in the country, GIKI is one of the best. So, definitely recommend GIKI. One more thing, that GIKI provides an amazing transport service for its students going to Islamabad, Rawalpindi, Ahmedabad, and Peshawar during the weekends. It's affordable and convenient.
Aside to these student experience, since I told you earlier as well that I myself been the student to GIKI, and I've been the part of the GIK from last 8 years. So I have a very fascinating experience as well. From the student to the faculty, I found the GIK a very lovely place. And as an alumni, I also highly recommend the people who were interested in academics. Along with that, if you have ambitions to do something great, if you have seen from Dr. As's sites as well, that if you're interested to go abroad after that and wants to do something for the Pakistan, I hope GIK is the best place for you. And I'm very happy to say more about that. That GIKI has some culture and a legacy. We've been sitting 4 guys at the moment, 3 people, and this conference room belongs to GIKI. So we all are the people who wants to serve GIKI as well, wants to serve Pakistan as well. I hope that soon you will join our community as well, and being the part of GIKI will do something great for Pakistan. It's all from my side. I've shared the emails as well. If you have any question, I would love to answer you as alumnus, and I hope you will have a smooth journey or admissions. Thank you from my side. Now I'm going to give my mic to Mukasab, and he is going to tell us about scholarships and admissions. Thank you.
Thank you, Sip, for handing over the station to me, and I'm thankful to Dr. Asad and Sip for not leaving much behind for me. Although the agenda I have is very, very important, and I hope you, because the facilities and the cynical views shared by Dr. Asad and the experiences by Dr. Sip and Mr. Sip Hassan, definitely you can enjoy, but obviously you need to fulfill some certain conditions. So I'm going to show you about the eligibility criteria, about the scholarships, and how to apply for certain programs. And then we have we will take some question answers. We will have a question answer session about the applications and how to fill the form and the scholarship forms. So I'm starting with the eligibility criteria for all the engineering programs. Including the computer engineering programs. These are the basic eligibility criteria. Candidates for admission must meet one of the eligibility criteria being shared on the screen right now. So if you are doing a HSC in pre-engineering group, you must have a mathematics, physics with 60% or above marks in each mathematics, and marks each in mathematics and physics and overall. Recently, with the permission of Pakistan Engineering Council, we have made some certain changes. Now, ICS students with ICS background can apply all the computing and engineering program as well by having the 60% marks in the mathematics, physics, and overall. If you belong to a pre-medical group, then obviously for engineering programs, you need to have study additional mathematics subjects, and again 60% overall marks in mathematics, physics, and for overall at SSC level. If you're a student of A level, then for engineering programs, either you have a chemistry or computer studies, you can apply all the programs, but you must have a mathematics and physics in your A level. Excuse me. And if you have a IT background, you can also apply for all the engineering programs despite the A level. If you are or if you have completed your American Canadian high school diploma or equivalent qualification, you can also apply for all the engineering programs. We have a separate criteria for some certain computing programs like artificial intelligence, data science, cybersecurity, and computer science as well. For all ICS background students can apply all of these programs, but if you have studied HSC without chemistry or computer study, but you have studied mathematics and physics, you can apply, and with any other third elective, you can apply for cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, data science, and computer science programs. Similarly, at A level, mathematics and physics are the mandatory subjects, but with any other third elective, by having minimum D grades in mathematics and physics, you can apply either of the programs mentioned above. We have a separate test for management sciences. For all the engineering and computing plans, there is a single test. By applying online, you need to set some certain preferences. I'm going to show you in a while. I'll show the application form. So you need to set the preferences. The more interactive program you have, you need to set high preferences for that particular program. And we have a separate test for the management science programs. And the basic requirement is 60% marks in your pre-engineering group or HSC or ICS background. If you are studying medical, pre-medical without additional mathematics, you can also apply in BS management science program. And by the way, we have at BS level management science program, we have 3 different streams. Like we have accounting and finance, we have entrepreneurship and management, and supply chain management. Entrepreneurship and marketing is a separate stream. And this is very important for all the candidates for who are actually pursuing, who are going to apply for a GIK Institute. The 70% weightage for the merit list criteria comes from GIK entry test. If you're good at your HSC or A level, you will get about 30% weightage from your earlier education side grades. But major proportion of the merit list of the merit criteria, you will get the highest. You need to perform well in your GIK entrance test because 70% weightage is being given to our GIK admission test. Candidates who have completed one of the above qualification or are awaiting results may apply for provisional admission. Confirmation of admission will, however, subject to the submission of the results by the specified date in the offer letter and fulfillment of above criteria. In addition to that, all foreign qualification holders required to submit equivalence certificate which we are going to get from IBCC. We required equivalence certificate for O level and A level or American Canadian high school diploma certificate holders. But you need to submit after joining the GIK Institute. So you have ample time to get certificate from the IBCC. Next, we have some important dates because we already in the first week of May. So the application deadline is 15th of May. So please ensure that you have applied online. And by the way, we are accepting only online applications. We do not accept paper-based or hard type applications. You need to visit our admission portal by visiting at our website, which is giki.edu.pk. You will get all the information by hovering your mouse on admissions, then at undergraduate admissions. On the right tab, you'll get all the related information, including the prospectus. So here you can apply the undergraduate admission. This is the link for GIK admission portal. We have a direct link as well. I'll share with you guys in a minute. Then we have aid and scholarships. And trust me, a lot of students are getting lots of scholarship in these days. So competition is very tough. So you need to score well at our GIK entrance test. And we have some brilliant scholarships for our meritorious and need-based students, needy students. Like we have 20 top merit scholarships. You don't need to apply, but you need to be on merit, at least on top 20 positions. Then you will get a full scholarship for 4 years. And the scholarship also includes also covering your boarding and accommodation costs. And then we have some regional-based scholarships, like we have 20 KIPS scholarships, we have frontier education scholarship. There are some certain criteria for that, like you need to have a domicile, one of the district of the relevant province. Then we have different organizational-based scholarships. And we also provide financial assistance to need-come merit basis. So while applying online, you must apply for the scholarship, and there is no separate fee for applying of the scholarship. There is a minor fee for applying for the financial assistance, which is about 500 rupees. If you think you are meritorious enough, but you cannot afford the fee, then you need to apply financial assistance which is being awarded to the candidates about 35 to 40, subject to the requirements and need of the students. Okay. So here is a link for the admission for submission application. This is the basic screen. This is a front screen you will experience while logging to the our admission portal. I'm giving the direct link as well, which is admissions.giki.edu.pk. So here you need to fill out a basic form here. Make sure you are giving your information which is factually true, because these are the very important information, and especially your email and all related types of information, because GIK will respond you on these provided information. So I have already made an account here, so I'll show you. This is the first interface. You need to apply, you need to fill out the basic details here. Make sure you're giving your information which is factually true. And you also need to fill out basically there is no requirement of domicile particular for admission, but there are some requirements for getting scholarships. So make sure if you have a domicile, please select the relevant province of your domicile. And GIK normally conducts its tests across Pakistan as well as overseas. So if you're applying outside of Pakistan, you don't need to come Pakistan, especially for to appear in GIK entrance test. So you can simply need to select an overseas test center. So we will get back to you, and you could be able to appear in GIK results while staying at your home. For all candidates who are applying within Pakistan, they need to select one of the center or assessment center, so they have to visit a nearby center to appear physically. But the test will be a computer-based test for engineering and computing programs, as well as for the management science programs. So after filling the basic form, simply click on next. So all the basic details you need to fill out here, including your SSC or matriculations or O-level subjects. And once you apply, you need to make sure that you are applying for the right programs. Like here are multiple options. If you click on, you will be able to apply only for the management science programs. Considering the basic eligibility criteria, which were shown earlier here. So considering this basic eligibility criteria available at our website, you need to apply, you need to make sure that you are applying for the right programs. So if you're applying for all programs, so next. Here you need to set the preference, the program choices. Basically, you need to set a higher preference, the preferred program. If you are interested, for example, in civil engineering, you need to give it to that, set the preference is 1. If you're interested in computer engineering, as your second choice, set it 2. If you are interested in engineering side, you need to set as a preference number 3. So in the chronological order, you need to set your preferences. If you're interested in, if you're appearing in both programs, like because we have conducted a single test for all these 12 programs, and we have a separate test for the management science program. So if you are interested to apply for the management science program as well, so you need to activate this radio button here. Simply click on next. Here you apply your photograph and make sure you are no selfies to be uploaded. Make sure it's a proper photo, so we can recognize you while you are appearing in the admission test. So at this tab, you need to activate the financial system option or the scholarship options. Once you activate these options, then you will be able to apply. Then you will become able to fill out the form for financial assistance and try. Basic form for the financial assistance and scholarships, so you need to have fill out some basic information, but definitely we require some financial and your family information as well. So after clicking on yes, save, and you can need to fill out the form and submit the form application. So it will be able to submit the form. And if you have completed the form, once you've completed the form, you'll find this window, and you can here print your form or apply for the scholarship. Because I already filled the scholarship form, so for a little demo, I'll show you my own form. So like an application form, these are the information we required. And once you fill out all the relevant information, and like for the family, the investment you have done, the family assets, the salary income, and education expenses. So after submitting the application form, make sure that you will send us these documents. All these documents are required to determine your eligibility for the either for the scholarship or for the financial assistance. Meanwhile, if you face any kind of problem or during the filling out the form of application form or the scholarship form, on the bottom right you can see this is a contact us. Basically, it's a chat box for us. You can simply query us you can simply post your query here, and our team will get back to you as soon as possible. So if you have like if you're getting confused, so you can get like about eligibility criteria, or if you don't understand about the fee or the salary income or the business income or about any other field, you can simply post. So there's a message center for us. Our team get back to you as early as possible, and you'll get updates regarding your query. So these are the basic steps you need to follow. But there are some basic steps you need to understand, that you must apply for admissions through our online portal. Second thing is that you need to understand the criteria of the GIKI criteria, because it is important to select these programs, because at the end of the day, there's no quota system, and your merit will play a key role in getting an offer from the GIKI Institute. And the third one is because there are some certain scholarships you need to apply at the time of filling of the application. If you miss that chance, later on you won't be able to apply for some certain scholarship. Although there are other scholarships, but these are the basic forms you need to apply while you need to fill out while filing the online applications. So these are the steps. Would be happier to answer your query if you have any. So I'm also accompanied with Dr. Asad and Mr. Satul Hassan. So I think may I ask the KIPS team to please open a question answer session, and you can ask questions directly from us.
Yes. We have a few questions in the comments. There's the first question. What is the financial assistance? Please explain again.
Okay.
Difference between scholarship.
All the details are available at our website, but let me explain. Basically, it's an interest-free loan. Every year we provide full and partial financial aid to our students subject to their requirements and their merit order. Basically, it's an interest-free loan. You don't need to, if you're successful in getting full financial assistance, you need to provide us some certain documents, and after that, you don't need to pay for 4 years. So the whole tuition fee would be covered, including your accommodation. And there is one year for grace period, and after 5 years, you need to pay back the certain amount in installment to GIKI Institute. So you can pay back over the 15 years. So altogether, you will be paying back to GIKI Institute in around 20 years. So it's a very soft loan. So it's interest-free loan. Only 1% administrative charges would be applicable. But you need to have some certain CGPA for continuation of financial assistance. I hope I have answered the question. But by the way, details are available at our website, and you can even ask the details while filling out the form in here.
We have another question from Muhammad Shabab. He's asking that is GIK offers cybersecurity program? So yes, the answer is GIK is offering cybersecurity program basically in computer science department. We have the 5 programs as explained by Dr. Asad earlier. We have computer engineering, we have data science, we have artificial intelligence, we have the computer science, we have the cybersecurity, and the latest one is software engineering.
Yeah, let me show you come here. At our website, you need to hover upon academics. You will get all the faculties information here. So just visit our computer science and engineering. And here you can see this about overview, all about the programs, and these are the programs we are offering at this point of stage.
Okay, then the next question from Muhammad Shabazz. What is the difference between the IT and software engineering program offered by the GIKI? To get a deep insight about that particular thing, I request you, Muhammad Shabazz, to visit GIKI and meet us, and I can recommend a few people who can guide you further about this question. Or you can contact the academic department related to it. Another question, it was again from Muhammad Shabazz. He was asking about the merit criteria of GIKI and is top 10 students on merit will get 100% scholarship or not?
Okay. At our website, if you are, although I have explained, but I'm happy to show you once again. At our website, hover around admission, then click on undergraduate admissions. Here on the right tab, you'll get all the information relating to your relating to the aid and scholarships. So his question is about the GIKI scholarship.
Yes.
Do they get 100% scholarship?
Yes, we are offering 100% scholarship for 4 years. You need to maintain 3.00 CGPA out of on the scale of 4 for continuation to continue your scholarship. If you are good students, you have scored well, and you are among the top 20 candidates in the merit order, you will get full scholarship for 4 years. So the whole tuition fee will be covered, including your accommodation. You only need to pay admission fee, which is a one-time submission for which is about 63,000, and you will pay about pay for your mess fee. So that's all you need to pay. There is no separate charge for the accommodation. There is no separate charge for the laboratory fee. There will be no charge for the examination fee or registration fee. So it's a fully covered. It's a wonderful opportunity for those who are meritorious students. So you'll get full scholarship for 4 years.
Now we have another question from Zainab Abasi, and she's asking the criteria for financial interest loan.
So basic information is given here at our website that you need to apply. Every year we provide about 50 to 50 students to some deserving candidates. Basically, it's a merit come need base. While filling out the form, yes, you need to click at financial system, this radio button. You at the financial systems tab, you need to activate this tab, this option by clicking on this yes button, radio button, and save it. Once you save it, and by submitting an application, after submitting application, you will get a form. You need to fill out this form, which is this one. You need to fill out all the information related. This is a special committee to consider your case. All the cases will be considered as per merit order and subject to requirement of the candidate, considering the financial condition of the candidate. So there are the committee may decide to provide you a full financial assistance for 4 years by covering your full fee, or may provide you a partial fee to cover your partial expenses of the tuition fee. And there's another category. We call it question being asked by the female. Yeah. We have a special category for female as well that we are offering 10. We are offering about 6 to 10 special seats for the financial assistance. We call it top female candidates. So if you're a female candidate and you applied for financial assistance and you are among the top candidates, there's also apart from GIKI merit scholarship, apart from general financial assistance category, the female candidates also have opportunity to avail financial assistance under the category of top female candidate.
We have
Thank you,
another.
Vikas sir. I have few questions as well. First of all, I would like to ask, in which fields pre-medical students can apply in GIKI?
Can you come again, please?
In which fields pre-medical students can apply in GIKI?
Okay, sure. Let me show you again. We have eligibility criteria at our website. So here you can say, if you can see like eligibility and assessment criteria. Like all those students who have a who belong to pre-medical group, if they have studied additional mathematics subject along with physics, then they can apply all the engineering and computing program, including the management sciences program. But for those students who are unable to study or haven't yet studied the additional mathematics subject, they can only apply for BS management science program.
And the second question is, can any local student apply on the basis of SAT?
Basically, SAT has been suspended by the parent organization or institution. So from normally SAT score is applicable for 2 years. So from last 2 years, I believe they have suspended. So no new entrant, no new certificate is being issued to SAT holders. So I believe at this point of stage, all students need to apply for GIKI entrance test.
Okay, and the third question is, sir, what if student any date clash with the practical exams and GIKI test? So what will the procedure for the new date, for getting the new date?
Okay, we are expecting some clashes due to some practical exam, depending on their respective boards. But let me show you here. We have some important dates. I believe is. Yeah. Here you can see we have tests on multiple days. Like I'm expecting that we will normally engage all the applicants from July 13 to 15, and we may have another reserve day. But obviously there will be a number of sessions on each day. There will be a number of days in which we can accommodate such students. So first they need to fill out the application. Before 1 week of exam, they will get all the information related to the examination and the test menu and the test date and time through the admit cards and through emails. In case they have experienced any clash after getting information, they need to contact them. We will give them a form. They need to fill out that, and we will try to engage. We will try to accommodate him or her in the next available slot.
Thank you so much.
There are a few questions from Hafiz. He's asking, is there any field for the biomedical engineering in GIKI?
At the moment, we are offering number of programs, but particularly not for the biomedical. But
so far we are not offering a program but there is a program soon to start it here. But of course, you can study electronics, and many people from electronics, they get to choose their final year projects related to biomedical, or even from engineering sciences, many people have their final year projects related to biomedical, but no dedicated curriculum as yet.
Another question from Nadia Zahid. She's asking how many seats for the computer science and the software engineering we have in GIKI.
Well, each program has multiple seats and multiple sections. For computer science, we normally offer a seat for 50 students, and for software engineering, we may have 50 students each year.
We have another question from Mark Khan, and he's asking, I am done with the pre-medical last year. I'm interested in doing additional mathematics this year, but my math result would be out in July. Meanwhile, I want to apply for, let's say, materials engineering, needs some counseling for this issue. What should I type in maths marks section in GIKI online admission form?
Okay, let me show you here once again, like while filling out the details, you need to select this FSC part 2 result awaited if you're doing FSC, right? So here you can see that you will get you need to enter only your first year marks. So the marks you have at the moment You need to fill that out because this is the true information you have right now. Being a result ability student will accept your current marks. But for the eligibility criteria, you must have additional mathematics. So we'll definitely, once you join GIK Institute, we'll ask for your eligibility. You need to submit your original certificates or documents with us. So we will check your eligibility. So at this point of stage, you need to simply activate the tab here by clicking on FSC Part 2 result awaited students. And then you click on save and next. Sorry, let me show you again. Here is pre-engineering, is pre-medical with additional mathematics. And by selecting your relevant board and then click on save and move on, they will get the options. Because you have selected the pre-medical group with additional mathematics, that's why you're getting all the information here or about the number of choices you may set here.
We have one more question from Ahmed Mustafa, and he's asking a very famous question: reasons to pick GIKI over NASC as both are prestigious institutions. So,
well, there's no single line answer to this, but because we have lots of things to show you around. And if you are living nearby to us, because seeing is believing, so you may join us at one of our society event, or it's better to visit GIK Institute, and maybe perhaps Dr. Asad would like to answer, to add some more in it.
So I agree with Vikas that this is not an easy question to answer. I think there are, other good institutes in Pakistan as well, and I think each institute has its own pros and cons. I mean, I can only tell you about the things that our students cherish when they study and when they graduate from here. So one thing, as mentioned by SIP as well, myself and almost everybody, is the life that you're going to experience, not just the academics when you are at GIK. So we are, purely residential campus. So you're going to experience a life which goes beyond 9 to 5, and then we have some very vibrant societies, and you're going to get involved in that society work even after 5 o'clock, and then at late night works on projects, and this gives really a wholesome experience that when our alumni share their experience, they cherish it a lot. And again, as we showed you, the scenic location that we are in, I think we can offer this something that not many institutes in Pakistan can offer this as well.
Yeah, another advantage of GIK Institute, apart from residential campus, which is actually amazing, because there's a 2 minute walking distance for your classes. Right from your hostels to your classes, you will get to be in your class within 2 minutes walk. And after your class or after the academic duration, you will have a wonderful playground. We have a sports complex here. We have school. We have a gymnasium. So lots of activities and lots of societies are normally conduct different events here. And yes, I'm totally agree with Dr. Asad as well. And again, if you there are lots of videos as well on YouTube and on the website. You'll see the live. And of the program we are offering, it actually has got level 2 accreditation as well from Washington Accord. So if you're planning to go abroad to perform outside Pakistan, you don't need to have a separate degree. You don't need to top of your degree because we will get a degree from GIK Institute, which is actually acceptable worldwide.
One more thing which I'd like to add is our very strong alumni community, and the students who study here, they get to benefit from that community because at the moment they are working at some senior level positions in many top national and multinational companies, both nationally and internationally. So that network really helps you, whether you want to go for job placement immediately after or for your graduate studies. That strong network really helps you in guiding, in choosing the right path.
Yeah, one more thing I'd like to add here. A few days back, we have an open house session. Most of the companies visited here at GIK Institute, and our 5 students got 2 to 3 jobs. And I met with one of the students. He got an offer from 3 different companies, but he's not interested in job. He'd like to, go into the entrepreneurship. So these are the things I think which may offer you more than other universities.
We have one more question from Zainab, and she's asking, domicile scholarships पे भी merit based होगा? Domicile scholarships पे भी merit based होगा?
Basically, there are some certain scholarships जिनको domicile they required domicile को कुछ domicile चाहिए होते हैं. For example, if you belong to a KP province, अगर आप one of the district में आपका domicile है, for example, like from Peshawar to even in the हमारे जो फाटा के regions हैं वो भी apply कर सकते हैं. You need to select domiciles for the scholarship. There is no requirement for admission. Admission is purely based on merit, but for some certain scholarship you need to have a domicile one of the district of the some certain province. Like if you belong to Punjab, like we have a PIPS scholarships. If you're a resident of Sindh province, you need to have a domicile of the Sindh, one of the district of the Sindh. Likewise, Balochistan, yes, domicile would be required for some certain scholarship. But for the top GIK merit scholarships or GIK financial assistance, we do not require domicile for GIK merit scholarship or for the financial assistance.
We have another question from Azad, and he is asking if we will not maintain our CGPA, will we lose our scholarship for semesters?
Yes, because we are offering the scholarships and we are hopeful that you will get some certain maintain a minimum CGPA. I think 3.00 out of 4 for a meritorious student is not that much difficult. So yes, to continue your scholarships or financial assistance, you need to have some certain CGPA after 2 semesters. We will definitely check your progress report as well during the study period at GIK Institute, and we need to report your progress to some certain organization as well, because definitely they are sponsoring you. They will sponsor you to study at GIK Institute, so they will ask for your progress at GIK Institute.
And again, just to add, as Vikas said, this requirement for the continuation of scholarship, this GPA requirement, it's not an unrealistic requirement. So, you know, a GPA of 3, for example, as required by some of the scholarships, if you are a merit candidate, which means you are good at your studies, with a bit of effort, you will be able to maintain this GPA.
We have another question from Mohammed Shabazz, and he's asking, is every person in merit could take admission in GIKI, as GIKI has limited seats? Is every person in merit could take admission in GIKI, as GIK has limited seats?
Yes, GIK has the limited seat, but GIK offering multiple seats and multiple programs. Like where I have already mentioned earlier, while filling out the form, you need to set preference here. For example, if you're interested in civil engineering or cyber security, you just need to set a preference here. The higher preference program you need to set as your preference number 1. Then, if you are interested in other programs, to set your program at number 2. So when you get a print out of it, you will see. Let me take a print out. Yeah. Here you can see that number of choices you have mentioned here while filling out the form. So system will detect your choices and consider your merit order. If you have qualified any of these programs, system will check and if you qualified at your choice number 1, I mean your merit number qualified for the civil engineering, then you will get your choice number 1. If somehow you do not qualify for choice number 1, then the system will detect your choice number 2, and so on. So simultaneously, you can set your preference up to 12 programs. So yes, all the students who are good on merit, then they will get an offer any one of the program. But all depends what kind of merit you have and what kind of preferences we get for each program. So for this, you need to understand the criteria of the merit order of the merit assessment criteria. Let me show you once again here. To get good merit order, you need to perform well in the GIK interest test, because 70% weightage comes from the GIK entry test, and rest of the 30% will be gauged from your HSC Part 1 or matriculation or O-level grades. So you, by performing well, you would get good chances to explore your admission at GIK Institute. And while filling out the form, you must set your preferences, and I'll advise all the students that to give more preferences than just giving at one or two preferences. Select the program in an order of your preferences.
We have one more question from Nusra Sajad, and he's asking, don't students from Punjab far areas have difficulty in traveling to GIKI? Moreover, availability of buses can provide some.
Well, you don't need to travel to GIK Institute to appear in the test. Let me show you again. Perhaps you have missed that. Like if you belong to a Punjab, any district of the Punjab, while filling out your basic details, here you can see at the bottom you need to select one of the test center located nearby you. Like if you are close to Lahore or Multan or even Rawalpindi, you can select any one of the center. You don't need to visit GIK Institute because we are not considering GIK as to announce as a designated center for GIK entrance test. We will have multiple test centers or designated assessment centers across Pakistan. So select any test center located near to you.
और इसमें मैं I'd like to add one more thing. अगर आपका क्वेश्चन था वैसे एडमिशन टेस्ट से रिलेटेड, तो वकास साहब ने बता दिया कि आप कई पंजाब में लोकेशंस हैं जहाँ पे जाके टेस्ट दे सकते हैं। लेकिन अगर लेट्स सपोज आपको किसी प्रोग्राम के बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन चाहिए, लाइक मटेरियल्स इंजीनियरिंग के बारे में, साइंसेस हो गया, या किसी कंप्यूटर साइंस के प्रोग्राम के बारे में, सो जिस तरह सिप्तुल हसन ने अपना ईमेल शेयर किया है, he is going to share again. I'll ask him to share again. आप
we have one page, motion share करने लगा link है, where the people asking the question already.
ठीक, सो आप वहां पे जब अपनी चीज क्वेश्चन शेयर करें, वो लिंक इनके साथ शेयर कर दें ताकि इनको बता दें। अभी आपको बता देते हैं कहाँ पे आप अपने क्वेश्चंस शेयर कर सकते हो, जो कि रेलेवेंट अथॉरिटी को फिर हम पास कर देंगे, एंड दे विल बी एबल टू आंसर योर क्वेश्चन।
And we have another chat board like on the website. You see that there's a WhatsApp at bottom left corner. इस पे आप क्लिक करेंगे, आपकी जो रेलेवेंट क्यूरीज हैं आप उस पे टाइप करेंगे तो आपको जो रेलेवेंट डिपार्टमेंट है उस पे कनेक्ट कर दिया जाएगा। So they will get back to you as early as they can. So it's very easy for you to connect, to contact one of the your relevant department at GIK Institute. And all the emails are being given here. Even there's the chat bot on the GIK admission board, GIK admission portal. If you have any query regarding the filling out the form, rather than contacting us over the phone, you can simply contact us using this chat box, which is available bottom right of the corner. It's a chat messenger for us. Just post your query. Our team will get back to you as early as possible.
मोहसिन, आपके पास कोई क्वेश्चन है एक्स्ट्रा?
नहीं, मेरे पास
जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर है जिन जो हमारे साथ, उनसे पूछ लें उनके पास। थैंक यू।
That's all from our side. If you have any other question, may I request KIPS management team if they have any question with them.
Thank you so much, Vikas Saab, Saab, Sippul Saab. Sir, I have basically two more questions as well. Do you have any plans to open campus here in Punjab?
Well, lots of proposals are under consideration, but I think you tend to agree with me. The state-of-the-art labs and the environment we have here, it's really hard for us to open campus. Yes, but there are lots of proposals to open multiple campuses. But definitely we'll announce publicly to the public at large once we have some approval from the competent authority. But at this point of stage, this is the only campus, we call it main campus of GIK Institute.
And the final question is, sir, any suggestions for the students which are appearing in GIKI anti-test? Please guide them either they could perform better in anti-test.
Well, it all depends on the interest of the students. Basically, they need to understand the eligibility criteria. And most of the queries we received after joining GIK Institute that they were unable to apply for the scholarship or financial assistance loan. And although they got an offer from GIK Institute, but they were unable to join GIK because of because they hadn't applied for the scholarship or financial assistance while filling out the forms. So my basic advice to them is once you fill out the form, so make sure that you are giving your information which is actually true, and give your program choices as per your interest, and do apply for the scholarships and financial assistance. Once you apply that, we will then have a data of the candidate to determine his eligibility of for scholarship or for the financial assistance. Because in the year after joining GIK Institute, there are some other scholarships which we haven't talked about, because some we also have alumni scholarship, which they normally offer scholarships over students from their third semester onward, or from the second year onward. So they do require some certain data or information in advance. So we need to provide those kind of information to with our related organizations or the agencies or the scholarship providers for sponsoring agencies. So make sure that you apply for the scholarships and fill out the form to the extent, with the factual information to the extent possible, and do share the documents with us after submitting after completing your form, because in the past we have some applicants who have actually filled out the form, but somehow they missed and they didn't bother to send us a form, so we were unable to although they were high on merit, but we were unable to determine their cases for scholarship or for the financial system due to the lack of documents.
आई थिंक इसमें मैं सिप्तुल हसन से कहूँगा थोड़ा कैंडिडेट्स को टिप्स क्या लें आप उनको जनरल टिप्स फॉर टेस्ट जो हैं.
Before moving on to, I would like to add, we haven't talked about. I was thinking that we may get a question from the candidate for the prospective candidates, that we have a syllabus at our website. You are definitely advised to look at the syllabus of GIK interest as like yeah, here at our website, in an admission option, just click on undergraduate admission, and you'll get on the right hand side, you will get this undergraduate test admission test syllabus. Here you can see you will get a relative syllabus like we have for the engineering and computing programs, and we have for the management science programs, and we have some kind of a sample test paper as well. Basically, the question paper of the computing and engineering program based on the high school level physics, mathematics, and English language. Yeah. And for the management students, it's mathematics and English language. So that's it.
Yeah, I want to add from my experience that
Yes.
45% weightage of mathematics and 45% of physics and 10 of English. And that, for example, if you've been solving any mathematics question, then you should have a basic concepts of all the chapters given an FEC book or an A-levels book. If you're okay with that, I hope that you could solve many questions. But as far as the consistency of the test, there could be a few harder problems. But if the concepts are there, I hope you could easily pass the test. That's the suggestion from my side.
So basically, to summarize, आपने अगर A-levels किया है तो अपनी maths, physics और उन बुक्स को थॉरली रिवाइज करें, उनके इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट्स की ग्रास्प लें, और जो जिस तरह वकास साहब ने कुछ सैम्पल पेपर्स का है इनको करें, और अगर आपने एफएससी किया तो एफएससी की मैथ्स फिजिक्स की बुक जो उसके कोर कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं उनको रिवाइज करें, उनकी प्रैक्टिस करें. और
I believe A-level students are appearing in their A-level exams, so they are well prepared, and likewise the HSC, the board, those candidates who are appearing in the board examination, they also preparing for the FSC examinations. So by looking at the syllabus we have at our website, I think they can easily manage to prepare themselves to appear in one of the entrance tests of GIK Institute.
One more thing I could add in it, that whenever you've been appearing for any entrance test, what matters the most is the time management. At times you know the thing, but you've been spending more time on a question. For example, if it's a 90% in a paper, then try to manage your time according to the situation. For example, if you're bogged down to one question, don't spend external or the extra time to that question. Just leave it, solve another remaining question, and then come back to that question. Else maybe you've been wasting your time at the test. Yeah. So the time management should be a key for you for any interest.
Let me also add one more thing here. GIK will conduct computer-based examinations for candidates who are applying within Pakistan. they need to visit one of the designated assessment centers to appear JIKI tests, and it will be a computer-based examination. Is there any more question with you? Do you have any
No,
more
sir.
questions?
Okay, thank you so much.
So I don't know अगर और किसी के ज़हन में नहीं एक जो खास तौर पे चीज़ I'd like to thanks KIPS management administration. KIPS is it's one of the largest academies in Pakistan. You guys are doing wonderful work. और आपके अक्सर जो हैं students वो यहाँ पे GIK में भी आते हैं. And so keep on doing the good work, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to talk to prospective students. We wish all the students best of luck in their exams, board exams, as well as their entrance tests. And again, use all the avenues जो आपको बताया, chatbot बताया, emails बताया, उसके ऊपर if you have any further questions as well. And we hope to continue this relationship with KIPS in future years as well.
Inshallah, sir. Inshallah. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.